Hello everybody, welcome to the replay. It's Sunday night and it's a little bit later because I was at the lake. But this is Felice Clark, the dabbling speechie, and I'm here to share some spring speech therapy ideas for you guys. Hey, speech room news. So tomorrow I have to go back to work and I'm kind of bummed. So I'm trying not to like freak out. So I figured those of you that are on spring break too are probably like, no, I don't want to think about therapy. So I'm going to talk about easy spring therapy ideas. Yes, I'm going to be grumpy. So I'm going to try it, and I'm starting this workout challenge. So yay for me. I'm just ripping the band-aid off here. I know, Christine, it's like, woohoo. So I was at the lake today and I came back a little bit later. So normally I'm on Sundays at 4, but I came back a little bit later and I wanted to still do my scope today. So I'm gonna flip around, say hey, and then I'll get to the action. Hello. Oh, back it up. Yeah, today's my last day of spring break and I have to go back to work. So luckily Monday mornings are one of my assessment blocks of time, so I'm pretty happy that I don't have to like jump in and see kids for therapy. But so on Sunday nights I'm here 4 p.m. I share therapy ideas to make therapy more innovating, to get you being creative every day in speech, and just trying to get through it all, because I know when we have to do all that paperwork, it really takes a chunk of time to, the time we have for planning therapy is like zilch. So I wanted to give you guys some ideas today for spring, and ways you can even get out of the classroom, or ways you can get the kids up and moving, and that way, even though April and May are super crazy for me and probably for everybody, every other SLP out there, I find that if I'm not trying to have fun with my students, I'm grumpy, I'm not very nice, I can get kind of like with the kids, I'm complaining about them or whatever. And so I find when I'm like get out in the sunshine a little bit or do a game where we're all up and moving, I'm happier, and I seem to be able to get through the month a little bit easier, because April's just gonna be crazy for me, period. I don't know about y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna flip around and show you some of the ideas that I have. And then I will show you where my website is, because there are some free printables right now that you can get that if you go on there. So first I'm going to talk about flower sensory bin. So I have one sensory bin that I use, that I made. So I got the black beans from Target. I got all these rocks from the dollar store, and this kid's like supposed to be like a pond. And I got the box from the dollar store. So these clasp, so you can carry it around and it won't like spill. So I got all these at the dollar store. These I bought on Amazon. They're like little mini tools. So we're gonna have a little flower garden, okay? And the kids can. I got these flowers at the dollar store. So everything's from the dollar store mostly, and everything's pretty affordable. So then the kids can, add some dirt. They add flowers. Okay, so there's all sorts of flowers that I have, and I kind of just I'm gonna pile them all in, and this is what I'm planning to do this week. And so they can build flower pots, and they can describe the different flowers. You can target a lot of verbs. You can do turn taking. They can describe the flowers and parts of the flower. So there's a lot of fun stuff you can do, and it's really hands-on, and the kids like doing it. And you can do sequencing. There's so many things you can do. So that's what, and so this is how I store all my sensory bin type items. I put them in different bags, so then I can use the same bin but grab new items and fill it with the new items when I want to. So on my website right now, you can get these free sensory for the flower garden guides. These are therapy guides. This is the therapist one. and it tells you what books you can use with the sensory bin. It tells you how you can target different parts with, how you can do different goals with the sensory bin. So look at all those goals you can cover just with that sensory bin. Bam, it's perfect for mixed groups. It takes a bit to put together the sensory bin, but once you have it, you're good to go. So then this is included an articulation practice guide. So you can send these home with the parents. So these are free on my website. This is a language version, this is the Artic version, and then we have one. And so if you have a SLPA, you can print this up and give it to the SLPA, and they can do therapy with it. Okay, so perfect, easy peasy. So then, if you're a traveling SLP, you stick it all in the box, and voila, and you can take it, throw it in your trunk, and you can go to the next place. Okay? Okay, next thing on the agenda, chalk. I love chalk. So this is a great activity to go outside with. Okay, so I'm going to flip around. Okay, so there's a glare. I'm in my room. It's a sunny day. So let's talk chalk. So you can leave a comment if you use chalk in therapy, and share what kind of goals you use. So for chalk, there's a lot of things you can do. You can do a lot of like games that are just reinforcers for as you target certain skills. So you can draw a target and put different points, and then have them throw bean bags and try to get whoever gets the most points wins. You can do a hopscotch, and then you can write their speech words in there, or you can write categories, function, parts, size. You can do the EET on the hopscotch, and as they hop through it, they have to describe the item by the category, the function of it, all those fun things. I have a blog post. So I have one big giant spring themed therapy idea blog post. So all these ideas are in my blog post, and I'll go to my website and show you. But you can also write out the answer choices to, let's say you read a storybook, so you read The Very Hungry Caterpillar. You can go outside with the chalk and have answer choices written out, and they have to hop on the right answer for different questions that you're going to ask them. Or you can have them you can draw circles and jump from circle to circle, and make them do different things. I also made a grid that had different letters in each of the boxes, and whatever box they hopped on, if they hopped on a P, then they had to name 3 plants, right? Or we would have, or we would have to say 3 words that started with P, or whatever the goal is. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do with chalk. And it gets you outside in the sunshine, and the kids are moving around and they're having fun, and chalk's pretty cheap. You can buy it at the dollar store, you can get it on Amazon or Target, so there's lots of things you can do with that. So the next thing that I'm going to show you, all you need to do is you can get a suction cup ball. And I forgot to mention, if you have friends that you think would like to watch the scope, slide right and share it out to your followers. So the next thing is we're going to talk about my suction cup ball, and I got mine on Amazon, but I'm sure you can find them at random different places. So I'm going to flip around so you can see the suction cup ball. Oops, there's my bid. Okay, so suction cup ball. I bought some on Amazon, and I think I got 10 in the pack. So these are really cool because all you need is a dry erase board, like your dry erase board in your room. And what you can do is you can draw a baseball field on your dry erase board. And then you can put different points all over the baseball field. So it's opening day. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. I'm like one of those, I like baseball, but I don't follow it hardcore. Like my girl Danielle from Sublime Speech, she's a hardcore Royals fan. So I'm pretty sure yesterday was opening day. So for your boys and girls that like baseball, you can totally do a baseball theme because it's springtime, and that's what you do in spring. It's baseball season. So you can draw a baseball field have points, and they throw this suction cup ball at the field to try to get different points. You could write all over the baseball field and have different categories at different bases, and if they landed on that, they had to, they had to name the category item. So I usually use the suction cup ball as a reinforcer. So the student has to say their sound 10 times before they get a turn. Or the student has to use a complete sentence with a prepositional phrase before they take a turn. So I usually use my suction cup ball game as a reinforcer. So that's kind of what I do, and so I have more ideas on my website, so I'm going to flip it around so you guys can see how to get to my website. These are just 3 of the ideas that I have, and I will show, there's more. Okay. Oops, don't look at that mess of clothes. Okay, so if you go on my website, it's the dabblingspeechie.com. And if you click here, Spring Speech Therapy Activities for the Creative SLP. Okay, so if you search Spring Speech Therapy Activities, let me click this off. You'll see all the links. So there's my baseball game idea, and there'll be a link to if you want to read more about it. Okay, so there's all sorts of different activities. Here's that? Riley, can you get out of my room, please? Thank you. Sorry. Riley, get out. Riley. Sorry, getting all mommy on me in here. This is where you can get your free therapy guides. This is some more information if you need help with figuring out how to make the sensory bins. There's some crafts. This is free in my store. I talked about this last week. This is a really fun spring craft. This is the other idea that I'm going to be doing, and I guest posted on Creative Speech Lab, so I put a link so you can see pictures. But you can make flowers in speech. You can do a hands-on speech activity with making flowers and sequencing, and kids remember so much more when they're actually doing the activity, and this is like one opportunity that we can actually do something hands-on because it's easy. It's something that it's pretty cost effective, and so I have a room where I can put the plants outside, so I'm planning on watering them each day and having them outside and then bringing them in at night. So I'm going to be doing that with my kids. And then you can take a nature walk, and I talked about that last week. So my whole blog post has just links galore about activities and things that you can do. With a lot of free stuff. Some of the stuff's in my TPT store, but mostly it's all free ideas and books you could read. So I'm going to go right back up there. If you go up to dabbling.speechy.com, it's a brand new blog post, but it's Spring Speech Therapy Activities for the Creative SLP. Oops. Okay. So I hope that was helpful, and please leave in the comments. Oh, we planted beans for Jack and the beanstalk. Oh, that is fun. I could totally, that is a really fun idea. Speechy JJ. So yeah, so next week we're going to be talking about, well, I don't want to tell you what we're going to be talking about yet, but I have some things planned. So feel free to put in the comments if you have certain areas that you would like more innovative therapy ideas, or where you're really struggling with planning therapy, and I can see if I have some ideas that I can share with you guys. So, before I sign off, if you have questions or if you need certain therapy ideas, please write in the comments and I can quickly answer them. Otherwise, I will see you all next week. I don't think anyone has questions. So I'm on my own channel at the Dabbling Speech on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. and I do trips to the dollar store. So I will go in the dollar store and give you ideas for therapy with items that I find around the store. So it's pretty fun. So I will see you all next week at 4 p.m. and I hope you all have a great week back if you're going back for the first time after spring break. And I hope that you just have a great week in general. I know it's a crazy time this time of year, so I'm trying to keep my spirits up, and you got this. All right, talk to you later.